Today was a different day, and this has a lot to do with it. So, what's up? My name's Chris, and I'm opening a music and movie store in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. To be more specific, this music and movie store in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Today put me at 29 days until opening, and I'm showing what life is like along the way as I get this store ready. Today started with a Menards trip, sort of. Well, I went to Menards, they were closed. So then I went to storage, got another pallet going, and today I was rocking my ZZZ record shirt, fantastic store over in Des Moines. Ways back I was wearing this, and someone looked at me and smiled and started chuckling a little bit and was like, "Oh, that's funny, Sleepy Iowa." I was like, What what are you talking about?" I never thought of that, like Sleepy Iowa, ZZZ, like Z's, you know. But shout out to Nate over in Des Moines at ZZZ, which is named that way, so it'd be the last thing in the phone book when those were, still a thing. But I do kind of like that Sleepy Iowa idea. That's pretty cute. After I got the pallet loaded up, I drove back to Menards, and fortunately they were open this time, which was a nice thing. And I went to the paint department with like a sticker because I wanted a very specific color matched, and that sticker did not have enough of just that color on it, so we winged it. Went off a paint sample and said, fuck it, this will probably work, and hopefully that is the right color. So I got that mixed up, bought a few other things, drove to the mall, and then really dove in on today's project, which was painting the space on the doorway above the entrance to the store. Why would you paint the sign space, you might be asking yourself? Well, the sign space needed painting. I was on a time crunch though because of the daywalkers. That's what I'm calling them. Just people who use the mall as a walking track. The second security opens the doors, they kind of flock in, and I wanted to get ahead of that because I was breaking out a ladder and a drop cloth and stuff like that. The sign had a bit of wear, and where there were holes previously drilled in it, someone had tried plugging them up with caulking. I don't know why they didn't scrape it off though, so there was these little peaks of, hardened caulk. That's a phrase. So I took care of those and filled them in as best I could. I didn't beat the daywalkers, but I did get the sign primed before the bulk of them showed up, so that was great. As I was shelving the DVDs from the pallet today, I came across this guy and was like, "What? There's a Spirit Halloween movie?" Well, today being November 2nd, Spirit Halloween is still at the mall. So I took that sucker over to celebrate a moment of what I thought was like kismet, thinking this was a sign that I should invest heavily in whatever discount items they might have left, except I was greeted with a different kind of sign that said, "No, you should not. In fact, go away." So at least I have the DVD. Anyways, I went back and I worked on trying to figure out how to connect to the speakers in the ceiling, which I got most of them working. Then I went home and I worked on just getting some CDs kind of cleaned up that had been resurfaced, did a bit of digital housekeeping, and then there was the second interesting thing of the day. So today was the last day of the Friends of the Library sale over at the downtown Cedar Rapids Library. And I'm very fortunate to have made a connection there so that when the sale is over, I get to step in and they give me stuff and I give them money. It's good for them. They don't want the stuff anymore. And I do want stuff. So the homie Jerry over there, shout out Jerry, how you doing? If you see this, helped me load up everything and then went back to the store to drop everything off. When I got to the store, unloaded everything, and then my mom and Marty popped back over with the second half of what I'm still calling the value bins. And those are looking phenomenal. Marty has done a wonderful job with those. It's interesting because a lot of what I picked up at the library is probably going to end up in those at some point in time. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Just know someday, probably this week, I'm going to kind of explain what the hell the value bins are and what value they actually provide. Not today, though. Today, I just want to end up by saying I jumped back outside once the mall closed, got back up on the ladder, and put that first layer of pink on the sign. So looks pretty good right now. I'm going to get back to the mall in the morning, put a second coat on then, and probably drop off another pallet's worth of DVDs. So see you tomorrow. You crack the cuffs, a little hack and slash, a little razzle dazzle. That's what's up. Ragtag bunch bag launch.